Hello, today I am with my V-Strom. I'm about to fit the Aoocci BX, which is the world's first motorcycle navigation with blind spot detectors. It is tiny, this little device, like the size of a phone, but it's got cameras that I'm going to put into the bike and various other features that I'll talk you through once it's hopefully fitting and working. So let's get to it. I'm going to fit it here because I still want to use this bar for the phone mount and everything so that I can still use my SP Connect. So let's find the correct size one of these because that's stage one. I've brought my tablet outside so that I can have the manual and the instructions on this. So I feel like it's going to take me a while to learn what I'm doing. Now on the manual it said that the SD card came inside already from factory, but I just wanted to check because they've included it. So I've just taken this little tab off, this little thing, and used a little pick to get that out. And there isn't an SD card, so just double check if yours comes with it or not. Okay, step one is done. It does say to format the SD card and to do that every 3 months, it says. So now I've got to find the right size. I use 22mm. Right, I went to go get a chair because my bum was getting soaking wet. And I figured out that the mirror has to come off. But to put this on the thread, I just accidentally put this on first. But you actually need to put the controller on, otherwise you're not going to be able to reach where the screws go. So, don't make my mistakes. Where are the little Allens? Little Allen. There's little Allen. And to the person that commented that you don't need a chair for camping, well, I appreciate not sitting on the wet grass right now. Et voila! Chuck them back in there. Now we can put this on the mirror. Okay, first or second step complete. Buttons. Wiring harness connects to the host extension cable. Yep, already lost me. So that goes from the device You help him. You helping? Oh, blep. After losing a few things, I've ended up putting a towel on the bike. The tank is off so that everything can be wired up. I have fitted, although it's a little bit loose, so I do need to take it off again. And then the front camera is going to go underneath here. And then I'm just wiring it up through there. Move the towel out of the way. And then the main, like the loom is here. It's quite a lot of wires and cables to tidy up. So I've got the power, which comes through here. I need to figure out which bit goes on which part of the battery. And then front camera, rear camera. I need to figure out where everything goes. The GPS is here, so I just need to plug that in. Still a lot to do. It's on. Problem is, it's always on. So we're going to put the tank on. All the wires are up there. And then another day we're going to put it onto the rear light so it's on ignition live instead of being on all the time, because the battery will be dead in no time.
Several days later.
Okay, it's a different day. The sun is shining. No more gazebo in the garden. Going to do the soldering because that was the final bit missing to wire up all the back parts of it. And then it should be good to go. So I've just got to find an ignition live wire to use, strip it, blah de blah de blah.
Hello Jade's YouTube. So we've got the seat off. We found a suitable 12 volt wire back here and it's actually on a blank plug, so there's nothing going to it. We can't use the plug itself, but we can strip the wire back beforehand and connect all of our live wires, of which there are many. So in the process we're also going to shorten them, put it to the wire, solder it in place, and that should be golden. We've tested it with a multimeter. There's a good 12 volt feed with the bike running, so theoretically should all go pretty easily. Done.
Wow, we have a wire.
So enthusiastic, well done. Wow. Right, just needs to do some soldering in there.
Yeah, we need to shorten a lot and decide where everything is.
Yeah, right, we don't need...
Because this is insanely long. So this is the radar.
Fuck knows what that is. I don't know.
This is either the radar or the rear light, which are...
Yeah, right.
The rear camera. Oh, it's a dirty camera lens.
Right.
There's the radar. There is that.
The battery. Person hormone. Yep.
This is the radar from the BX module, and it doesn't have that long a section of cable showing. So I'm just going to strip this little bit as well. Okay, a little update and tell you what I've done then and what Nice helped me with. So we checked the connector that we found earlier on that you saw and connected that up just loosely, didn't solder it. But for some reason it went from 12 volts down to about 3 as soon as the BX was connected. Don't really know why. If you know why, let me know in the comments. And then we saw another connector that was there that was a blank. So tested that, but that was a constant live, not an ignition live, which is no good. The whole reason for doing all this soldering is so that it's only on ignition. So back to the drawing board a little bit, and then realised that the main loom of the bike is all down this right hand side. So took this panel off and found the main wires for the bike. Managed to snip that back and solder the BX all to that. Put the earth to the battery, and then everything else is all now just tidied up and neatened up with some heat wrap on there. So let's just see if it works. It did when I tested it before, so let's just see. Got to do the wiggle. And it works. Woo!
P.S. I've been told off for having a creased trajet top because Jade is a content creator and everything must be perfect. But I'm not, so I have a creased one. But it would look less creased and terrible normally. I have to do a spin now. Are you happy?